Welcome to Christmas special episode at the Coffee Corner Show powered by the Emerging India Forum TIF and a tech partner Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is Mindful Beats and Business Feats. In this episode, we dive deep into the rhythm of leadership, team transformation, and creative disruption with none other than Oliver Watson Rhythm, international experiential speaker, rhythm facilitator, and CEO of Music Training Lab. With over 15 years of experience working with global giants like Coca-Cola, Roche, HP, NH Hotels, Oliver has mastered the art of creating high impact human connections through music, neuroscience, and mindfulness. Whether it's on stage or as a keynote or inside a corporate workshop, Oliver doesn't just speak, he makes people feel, move, and grow. Tune in as we explore how rhythm can truly reshape performance, purpose, and presence in the professional world. And we also uncover Oliver as a person. So, welcome, Oliver, to today's special festival episode. And it will be an amazing conversation as we are discovering rhythm, music, and transformation.
Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm very pleased and excited to be here sharing with you, Lion. It's going to
Thank
be
you.
excellent and looking forward to the conversation and see where it takes us because you never know where with the questions and where the rhythm of the questions will take us. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. And for your information, I have done a couple of coffee speakers who are part of Professional Speakers Association, like Sudhir
Hmm.
Pathak, Sakshat Duggal, Esther Indurkar, Onam, Dr. Ankur Dasgupta, and many more.
Oh, nice. So I've met some in the PSA India in Delhi and really looking forward to meet up again and go back to Delhi because it was such a great experience. That is amazing to share with experts their knowledge and be aware and listen to them. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So Esther has invited me to the international conference will be happening in next year. So
Hmm.
I'm planning to attend and meet. If you are coming, we'll meet in person, and I'll give you this gift coffee mug autograph with my autograph.
Oh, I'll have to come then. Yeah,
Yes, so yes,
thank you.
that's what do you say to meet. So.
Yes, it will be great to meet. I have to check schedules, agenda, and see how we can
Yeah,
we
I
can
know, I
fit.
know. Because
Yes.
he has to inform you also because I do two coffee shoots in a day. So to then for that week, I'll have to be plan out accordingly and do things. So okay,
Yes, I imagine that there's really busy moments.
chalo. Let me
Excellent.
explain you. There will be three rounds: professional,
Hmm.
personal, and a surprise rapid fire round where you will be in the hot seat and you have to be witty, fun, and quick, and use inspiration, AI in niche marketing.
Okay,
So
perfect.
let's begin the first round. Friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Con Legal Tech Evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books. So my first question, Oliver, you have
Yes.
turned rhythm into a tool for transformation. How did
Mhm.
that idea emerge in your professional journey, and how has the experience been till date?
The idea, the main idea, I come from training, and my family had education and an academy that trained people in different aspects, and I work there. So I've always been like in education and always as well in that corporate part because that academy did always as trained as well corporates. And I used to be a trainer, so educator, trainer, teacher. I had those roles. And but I was very passionate about music, about percussion. I loved percussion. I loved music. I liked dancing, and it was like, oh. And I studied music therapy. And when I finished music therapy, my master of music therapy, I thought, oh, how can we mix training with music? And there's where when the links starting happening. What can I do through music that we can learn about stress, about innovation, about creativity, about leadership, the power, and I realized the power of music for learning for people.
Wow, beautiful. So let's build a conversation. You use techniques like NLP, mindfulness, agile. How do you fuse these with rhythm in a business context?
Yeah, in this context is that's one of the big questions, Lion, because is to understand that how are you using music through these. The idea of using mindfulness and NLP coaching, at the beginning, we were creating experiences through music that we could value what was happening. But in a corporate framework, in a corporate context, you need really well to create frameworks where people understand human resources, CEOs who normally we talk to understand why music is going to be good for stress management. The idea is that it's not only music. Is we create a framework that is psychological safety. We create psychological safety first. We design objectives, specific objectives for the team, for that intervention or that program, which is has a deeper impact for the teams. And their objectives and tailored designed aspects that we work through mindfulness, that we work through NLP, that we work through coaching. What the things that happen in music, people, because the music we I don't play the music for the clients, is the clients that play. The participants create that music, and we are doing different premises. Like it's not a music class. Observe that judgmental voice that we have in our minds, and then we give instruments to the people to play and see what happens with the leadership, with the how did they organize as a team, how did they communicate. So coaching and NLP, that is how do you we use language to co-create the reality, and coaching to land those experiences and that transfers of what happened in the game that can be musical or non-musical, and land them so that we can apply them to our reality, to our professional reality or personal reality.
Wow. So, what does find your rhythm mean when applied to organizational culture, Oliver?
That's a deep question. For me, is that my mantra, like find your rhythm is for me is to feel the rhythm. You need
Yes.
first to find your own rhythm. If I know my
Mm.
rhythm, then I can walk with you. So if we went to go for a long walk, if we don't know each other's rhythm, we can't walk together. In corporates, this happens. We need to know when we're talking about the culture of the company, we need to be coherent. That's number one. We need to be understand which is our culture and that it really reflects it from the top to the bottom. Because if we say this is our culture that is based on this mission, this vision, this values, and is not coherent, people won't follow. We will not find our rhythm as a team, as a corporate. So it's very important for me that all the CEOs, C-suites, managers are really aligned with that culture, with that rhythm. For me, all the time that we're creating musical terms are metaphors to understand what is this concept of, to find the rhythm. What is it? To find our culture, to find our vision, to find our values, to be coherent with them. This will allow us to find our rhythm and go together, not fast, but far in time.
Wow. So, Oliver, you have worked across education, pharma, banking, and more. Which industry surprised you the most with its openness to rhythm-based facilitation experiential programs?
I work with many of them. I work with is not one or the other. I work with some consultancies that they bring our programs in for their clients. That happens. Also, there's all this part of direct clients. So in these 15 or more years that I've been working with banking, tech, education, different retail, there's a direct contact or through consultancies or they just find us. Like, Oliver, we want this experiential. Sometimes it's team building because we relate music to something fun, but we can go really deep and do retreats that go more for days with companies in which we do organizational coaching, we do NLP with the people, we do that team building. I'm also a speaker, professional speaker. So sometimes they want that motivational speaker that is coming in to find the rhythm, to feel the rhythm. And is a mix of these different roles. So lately, people find us to do something different. And it comes through companies. We don't just do music. I think we go beyond the classical intervention of music. Mm.
Wow. So, Oliver, how's a background in business management help anchor your creative methodology?
Can you repeat, please?
How has a background in business management help
Yes.
is helping you in
Yes.
your creative methodology?
Yes, but my background is in business management. Some people say, "Ah, but are you a musician?" Well, yeah, I'm a musician, but I come from business management, administration, business management. So I've got my career there. I'm focused on marketing. It gives you the language to speak with the people from the corporates. You understand that all accountancy, you don't understand the finance, you understand the marketing, you understand how they relate and how corporates move. Because I've been running a commercial department as well in a company, so you understand what are the needs. I used to design the training plans for companies as well in the family company that we have. And all these things give you speak the same language. So when you speak or you co-facilitate with other coaches, you're speaking the same languages. When you are with another musician or music therapist, you speak the same language.
Hmm.
When you speak with an NLP, it's the same with people from my, so we are in the same, we understand each other. That's why my wife that I share the company music training lab, when she comes from art historian from education, when she finished her politics as well, she was in politics, and then she wanted to jump into the companies, and she said, Oliver, I need a master degree in one of the business schools here that is in Sade. She said, I'm going to do a 15 months master, so I understand how companies work and also apply to our project all that expertise and experience. I think it gave me the view and the language to understand what companies need and speak from the tú a tú that we say here in Spanish, from you to me, no, or you to you would be the translation. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for leading me to my next question.
Hmm.
Uh, what story behind naming of your uh, ये, what do you say, venture, music training lab with your wife? That's my
Hmm.
first part. And second part is how do you tailor experiences for such diverse industries?
Yes. How we started with Music Training Lab is been the evolution of something that we love, that is music and education, and what we love is transformation of people and companies, so that people get those insights through music. That is, it helps to self-develop people. And we are like educational addicts. We like training a lot, so we are constantly training ourselves in different master degrees and trainings, and we go to different meetings with different experts, and it's been evolving constantly. This project that was more focused on music therapy, but as we work with corporates and business management schools from all over the world, mainly international teams, we realized that only music therapy wasn't a thing, so we needed to land it more. That's where we started with all the coaching and NLP to introduce, so that people that are more cognitive and not so experiential, like in the physical mode, could understand all that analytical part, make it really clear that we're not just playing, we are doing deep work. For us, learn by doing, by playing, and by feeling is a motto. We're not just brilliant minds that we are here in meetings, connected through Zoom, or we go to meetings in our ballrooms. No, we are bodies, we are feelings, we are minds, and we are souls that we can grow together. And for us, that's a way. So there's a part that the body has to be implied. We need to activate it. We need to breathe. We need to feel. We need to connect. It's about humanizing people in the AI era. It's about connection. For music is a really fast pass for connecting people to another level, so that the bonds between them change really fast. And many people don't realize this. It can create not only those bonds, but also you can work different aspects and objectives in a different manner. So that's one of the things of how with my wife applied. And the second part of the question was,
How do you tailor your programs
Hmm.
for the diverse industries
Yes.
using?
Basically, we hyper personalize programs. So what you see is we meet generally with HRs, or if we know the people from the top, or depending if it's communication and marketing, depends if they want a team building, depends if they want a long program, depends if they want a speech. What we do is tailor it. Tailor it so we have the meetings, we see the need of the company and the client. So, Oliver, we want you to come to, I don't know, Beirut. Michelin wanted to come. At the end, it doesn't come out, but we go, or to India, we want in PSA, we want a speech that talks about dare or rhythms of transformation. Okay, let's tailor that. What do you need? What are you expecting for that conference? Or maybe they say, we have a sales team in Paris and we want to work cohesion, but also how they're communicating effectively with the client, or with a pharma that tells us, look, we have this team which is formed by this person, this person, this person. The features of each one is this, and we need to work on communication. We need to work with, and then we tailor it. So, how much time have you got available? Do we need 7 sessions, three, four? How many do we have? How many hours? And at the end is with those objectives. Sometimes I feel that many corporates want miracles, you know? We have very little time and we want to do cohesion, leadership, communication, stress management, but we have 8 hours and it's like, that's impossible. And sometimes it's like a pill for the corporates that you can tailor program. Either for me, the transformation comes when you have different interventions. It can be along a year. You can have like those 7, 10, 12 interventions, one monthly with the teams where you can do it live or online. But there's a follow-up. There's not just the intervention and you leave, because that is just like a pill. It's just a moment that you will remember, like, ah, yeah, we did something with Merceo, with Oliver, and we did through music. I think the programs that really transform are the ones that we design with the team, with HRs or CEOs, we implement, and we have those parallel conversations one by one with the team, and then we do the pack with all the team, and we continue, and then we do the follow-up. I think these are the powerful ones. But the idea is design, tailor, and hyper personalize all the experiences and
Wow.
programs.
So, as you shared, you have worked in different countries. So, how do
Yeah.
you integrate culture, music
Hmm.
of that country and uh, use your find your rhythm therapy to bring about transformation in that organization?
Yes, many of some of the countries, or Mexico, the US, or France, or Spain, or India, wherever you travel, excuse me, wherever you travel, the music is different, the culture is different. For me, interculturality is the key. Not only when you travel to other countries, but here in Spain, sometimes in the room we have 23 nationalities, 30 different nationalities. When we work, for example, with business management schools, we have 30 nationalities in that room. And you need to take care of those differences. That's a key element that I'm really passionate about how do we agree, for example. The book, The Cultural Map, is a beautiful example of the 8 differences that we have in all the cultures that we need to have in mind and be aware when we are, for example, leading a diverse group. Interculturality is beautiful because we complement each other very much, but you need to be aware of how do we lead, how do we agree, how we disagree, how do we communicate in different aspects, which is that, how do we see hierarchy, how do we, all these aspects, we need to have them very much in mind. When we use music, or the music therapy, or the feel the rhythm therapy, as you said, or the interventions in different countries, I like to take music from the country many times. So it's not like me going with my European point of view, but use the Indian music. Or if I go to the Mexico, it's like, okay, I take Mexican music and which is the approach? Or when we work with people from Hong Kong in Madrid, for days is like, okay, which is your music? Which is your background? Because each person in each culture has what Orlando Benenton used to say, the ISO, like identidad sonora, that is like the sound identity, which is lying for you different than it is for me. It is true that afterwards, when we co-create and we do the dynamics, we can use same ones around the world. But maybe when the singing or the scales that we can use, more like technical musical part, we can approach it from a different aspect. But as I said at the beginning, is not a music class. We only using music, so melody, rhythm, harmony, and silence in different ways to work tailored aspects and objectives. That can be communication, stress management, creativity, innovation, or leadership. That are the main points that we work on. Mhm.
Wow. So AI is now everywhere. How's AI impacting your uh, ye- training programs? Means in the pre-preparation plan and in for your post measurement, your measuring the transformation programs.
AI is impacting all the world in all the areas. Is helping a lot when preparing content programs, presentations, looking and browsing for information in the net. But also different programs that we use now. Merced, that is my wife, that is into music therapy, applied to stress management on the leadership, on leadership. The research of information for a PhD has changed a lot 10 years backwards from now. Because you can research, you can certify, you can clarify, you can say and verify and fact checked if the information that you're regarding is correct. So that is reducing the time in finding the information, which is a big thing when you are studying a PhD. So AI, I think, is affecting the whole lot, not only in internal processes as a company, how are we applying, but also to for the research, I think is a big thing. Also creating music, that you can create music instantly. For example, with Suno, no? We're talking about different programs like Suno, Perplexity, but with Suno, you can introduce, I want a song with this lyrics, a script, and in 2 minutes you have a song that is with a Spanish guitar or a sitar and use it. It's amazing. It's just crazy. Hmm.
Wow. So when we meet in person, I would like to see a live uh, experience it.
Yes. Yeah, because it's different when it's live. That is when it's online, yeah.
Okay. So, Oliver, how do you measure transformation in such experiential and emotionally driven workshops you undertake?
Which types of experiences?
How do you measure transformation from your experiential
Hmm.
and emotionally driven workshops?
Yes, this is questions 1 to 5. There's a technical aspect of this that before and afterwards you can you can measure what does change in you, and afterwards this internal question is of the companies that they pass, and we can see how the environment in the company has changed. That is one of the big things that we can keep on measuring. Now, for example, in the stress management, we can do tests in saliva and we will see if it's blood test as well, but it's not always like this. It's just for control method in the PhD. Hmm.
Wow. So this is we are going memory down the lane. I'm dividing into two parts. First question. Can you share a story where your music-based program had a tangible impact on a corporate team? First part, that is question one. Then second is from your uh, therapy programs using music for individuals.
Hmm. I think the big part of the impact is not just the music, is the whole program, what I said at the beginning of following up. If you can follow up in this, I think the one of the biggest impact, for example, is when we have aligned companies or we have fused to, for example, a company absorbs another company, and we need to work with the CEOs of one company and managers and the other ones. When one has a power force over one of the teams, and finally they are aligned after the training, the impact, and the program. The program has an impact, so that it feel aligned with the main vision and the values of the company. This is so powerful because at the end is like what we said at the beginning of the conversation. When we are aligned, we go much faster and we go far together. And these other reflections at the end of the program, because what we do at the end is like, okay, which is how can we do it? Transfer this and land it. Which are your insights and what are you going to apply in your personal and professional life? And then is when you get the big impacts of the people. Like, okay, I realize that we are more powerful when we are one team. What we are going to do is now be more aligned. And now that we know what each one of us has to do in the process, we can work better. Then there's much homework that they will take and questions that they will have to solve in the daily life. But this alignment, this connection, this engagement is the I think is the key powerful element of music and the programs.
Wow. So this is a little googly question. Uh, if you when you're meeting a new person and you have to explain what you do in 30 seconds to 1 minute, how would you go about?
Oliver Watson Rhythm is an international speaker that moves all around the world, spreading how to feel the rhythm, which means find your own rhythm and find your corporate rhythm in the sense of being aligned towards your purpose and vision.
Wow, beautifully done, Oliver. Now, as Vice
Mm.
President of the Professional Speakers Association of Spain, what role do you play in shaping the speakers community in Spain and internationally?
I jumped in the Professional Speakers Association, which we had the convention recently now in Malaga. It's been a couple of last weekend, the other one, and it was a great success. I've been for the last year like the vice president with Marta Pardo as the president. Now the new president is Juan Carlos. I can't take the presidency this year. I've been in the Professional Speakers Association for now 2, 3 years, I think, something like this, related to it. And it's been a great, I would recommend everybody to jump into a Professional Speakers Association if you want to speak to audiences or you have a message to spread and really get into one because you will meet amazing people, experts in the fields, writers, authors, about leadership, about creativity, about NLP, about all the areas that about marketing, about how to brand. It's like so much. If you're interested in learning, is like I think a place to be. And the price that you pay for any association is ridiculous, I think, for all the value that you get out of it. If you go to the master classes from international speakers that they come, if you go to the academy that teaches you how to speak a little bit better or improve, if you go to the conventions, if you go to the meetings, is like crazy. I think there's so much value behind. And if you get the right people in the committee and the right people and the members keep growing as a professional association. And now in the Professional Speakers Association in Spain, we are in the Global Speakers Federation for this year, which is a big impact, I think, for all the members. It really you gain a lot. You gain a lot, and it's the place to be. Is like okay, you can go to Toastmasters as well and improve your speaking in Toastmasters. But a Professional Speakers Association is a very important place to be if you want a speaker. Mhm.
Wow, beautifully summarized. So my last question for your professional journey round, Oliver, what
Mhm.
advice would you give to professionals trying to merge passion with profession, especially in unconventional ways?
Mm. If you have a message and you're passionate about speaking, I think you need to get it out of your system that we say, no, like spread it out. For me, it was like one friend that said, Feel the Rhythm was born 4 or 5 years ago. It's true that I was getting in bigger stages. So, Oliver, can you do this and talk to 150 psychologists? Okay, yeah. Can you speak to lawyers and talk about rhythm? Can you talk about modernism to doctors? So I was, and for 600 and for 800 and for 900. And I was like, okay. And you need to tune your tools to speak more professionally. You need to speak professionally. You can't just jump on stage and speak. You can, but there's many little tricks that we say that you can use to make your message more clear, be understood, be more attractive in the sense of more magnetic, more relevant with your message, and that you have a bigger impact to the clients that want that message for their audiences. So I think it's relevant in these days to improve. And we can use all the tools. Before we said AI, as speakers in AI, there's a lot to do and to use in this sense that can improve our speaking service or value that we give to the market.
Wow. So let's go to next round and understand Oliver as a person. Tell us about your family and your formative years.
Well, family. Family, I'm with Merced, that is my wife. We have 3 kids, and one is in the US studying now. They are 15, 14, and 10 years old. So this is my actual family. We live in Vilanova in South Barcelona, 40 Ks. But from here, we move around Spain and all over the world. Um, for me, my parts of the family, my family lives, my parents here around. I have half of the family that is Spanish, half English, because I was born in England, but I've been brought up in Spain, in Catalonia. So I'm Catalan, I'm Spanish, and I'm English, and I speak the 3 languages. And and my training years has been my parents had an academy, so which means for them education was the number one thing to have in life. They can take you everything, but education will always go with you. So for them was priority number one, my education. So they tried to give me the best education they could, which I really appreciate and value. And as I worked in an academy and they had an academy, I went into everything, into okay, English, and you study French and you study this and that, and then business management school, and then what else can we do? And my training years were this. I wasn't clear about what I wanted, really. I I didn't have clear that business management was my thing. I was very good at sports. I thought I would love to do sports, but at that time it was like, and what if you get injured? And what if, and but I was good at sports, but didn't go that way. But now within years, after I got more perspective, excuse me, I realized that business management has been a very good thing for me to have that in my backpack of trainings. And I keep doing sport, which is one thing I love, like swimming. I love skiing. I love different like go walking. I used to love playing football and tennis and many sports. And now my training has been a research, like following the path. So if I felt that music therapy was the thing, I woke up one day and then phoned and like, are there any places in the master? Yeah, there's one left. Okay, I take it. And that changed my life. And then I was interested in coaching and okay, let's do practitioner NLP. Okay, let's do that. And then a master in coaching and NLP. Okay. And then a mentor of NLP and coach. Okay, let's do that as well. And then I thought agile mode. Okay, agile is very interesting. Let's study about agile and sound and trance, which is another part of the music therapy. Okay, this sounds very interesting. Okay, and mindfulness. Okay, let's do the compassionate and the stress-based reduction. So it was like putting all the time master degrees like in the backpack, but not forced. It was something of interest. Like about speaking. Okay, where can I learn about speaking? Okay, Professional Speakers Association. So it's like I keep on research about well-being. Okay, so let's study about, and in music the same. I was like constantly training myself. Okay, in percussion. Where can I? Because I'm a percussionist and I play didgeridoo and flutes and gongs and monochords and the different instruments. And it was like, okay, where can I study Percussion, okay, with Pepe Motos, okay, with Cajon Flamenco, that is like the flamenco box. Okay, djembe, where can I study djembe? With Yui Smollers, and then I was looking for the different people that I could study and keep on learning. It's been a constant. Now I come from a 4 days breath work stage in Poland. I landed yesterday. And is breath work and jumping into the ice waters. And what do you learn about self-development from breath work that is very related with the work that I do with didgeridoo? That is this instrument of Australia that you blow, no? And is very related with mindfulness and is very related with meditation that I'm also like and I'm into it. So all these things like keep on adding value to not only a personal self-development, which I think it is also that what you can offer. So the next time I'm with a team and we talk about feeling your rhythm and we're talking about how is your breath, lots of people don't even realize that they're breathing. And that is a very key element in life and in relations and in communication, but we need to have that set. So it's been constant. I think training and education is something that will always be there. And I will always, it's not just you study a career and that's it. Is you keep on, is that always learning? Is that mindset of the learner, no? El aprendiz that we say. You always the learner and you always are willing to learn more. And the family has always been there to help and push and say, wow, what are you doing? And congratulations. So I'm very lucky about that. And one of the ones that pushes not only my mom and my dad that's still alive, that are amazing, but my wife is always there as well and helping and pushing I really appreciate that. I'm very lucky. Mm.
Wow. So, what's that hobby or passion that has nothing to do with your work but fuels your creativity?
For me, one of my passions is look where I just came now that I was telling you about the I'm very passionate about water. I'm a waterman, I would say. I love swimming. That is for me is like a meditation. And it's taken me into I'm very passionate for that and for playing music like but not in the technical reading with a group. No, no, I love playing and improvising. That's one of my passions. And I love facilitating, for example, drum circles. We do community drum circles, which is we put instruments for the people play, and I facilitate, and the energy that we create there, and for NGOs and to create communities. So people play the grandmother with the grandson, people from Senegal, from Morocco, from Spain, all together. And that's one of my big passions, the creating music, improvised music, playing for myself and for others and sports and swimming. I love water. So that part of this is one of my passions. Yeah, I think so. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that really ignites me and also being with friends. I love being with friends.
Wow. So, thank you again. If your friends had to describe you in three words, what would they say?
I think it's fun or happy. I'm quite a happy person. Lately, I was with some friends that were saying, "Wow, all that energy that you have." So I don't. Yeah, I'm like an extroverted person, happy and energetic. Mm.
Wow. Although you have visited different cities in the world, which city connects to your rhythm?
Connects to me. Each city is different. Barcelona that I live here next to, I think is a beautiful city. Rome is a beautiful city. Paris is a beautiful city that each one is different. I can't say like Salvador de Bahia is a beautiful city. Is each one has their thing. I can't say this is the one that I'm very much more a country man than a city man. I can be in the cities for a while. I don't want to live in them. So I love visiting cities for a few days. That's it. If I could live, I live in a little town that is 70,000 people, feels like a village. But when I can, I go to the mountains or go to the sea or go to the ocean where there's not much people. So I connect with cities for a while. I wouldn't live in one city. Mhm.
Wow. So let's make you a tour guide. If someone is visiting Barcelona for first time, what are the places to check in and food to have?
Oh, Barcelona has amazing food. Spain, I think, has an amazing food. But if you come to Barcelona, the typical things that you will go and see is Tibidabo. That is one of the mountains that you can see the full Barcelona. Excuse me. You can go and see Sagrada Familia. That is the cathedral that they're building. They're still building from Gaudí and all the amazing buildings of Gaudí that are around. I would take them to El Born, which is one of the markets that are next to La Rambla de Barcelona. There's many places, the port, and of course here you have the all the rices, so all the paellas, the sangria that is typical, but there's also the all the and I would bring them to Vilanova y la Geltrú, which is south of Barcelona, and eat the amazing fish and rices that we have here, and chateau, that is just a typical like special salad with the special sauces from here. There's so much good food. The cuisine in Catalonia is amazing. It's one of the tops in the world. If you go to more sophisticated types of dishes and restaurants. But the main food is really a Mediterranean diet is really healthy. So you will have all the salads and all the embutidos, all the sausages, all the hams, all the cheeses, all the it's and the but it's really healthy and really nice. And depending on the time of the year, you have some type of food that you won't have other parts of the year. Hmm.
Wow. So, which is a book, movie, or song which has left a lasting impact on you?
Ooh, one of each: music, song, movie, book. Uh, I always loved that hero journey of the books. The one that impacted me when I was young, that was The Lord of the Rings. I loved it. It was like this is one of those books that I jumped into it, and it was like being in a film. I was like, I really drove in, and there's that hero journey that afterwards, when I saw in the film of the Lord of the Rings, I loved a lot, and it was like, and it impacted me a lot. That's the first one that came into mind. Music, and there's many other books. So the Little Prince and Momo, the little books. And if we're going into deeper ones, there's many. I like reading a lot about my subject. The last one that I read on the plane coming from Poland was Super Brand Me from Eugene Sia, that is another speaker, and it was focused on marketing. Or I was reading the second one coming from Poland, Homo Ludens, that is about how humans play and what's been that concept of play in humanity, which is beautiful and recommended by Enrique Coches. And I think I have it here. Look, let's see. I know. I have the other one. I have the Super Brand Me. Look, I'm gonna promote Eugene. I don't know if you can see. Let's see.
Mhm.
You can't see it. A
I saw,
Super
saw.
Brand Me.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, these would be books like there's many that I love. And music is very difficult to choose one. I love all types of music. Classical music. I was listening Voices 8 lately. I like indie music. I like techno music. I like cultural music from all the world. It depends on the moment. I put for my emotional states different types of music. Sometimes it's porangi, that is very ethnical. Sometimes it's techno music, and I put old, old type of music. But I like tangos as well, and I like bolero sometimes. I like flamenco. I like. It depends. I don't know. El Cómo quieres que te quieras, a flamenco song that I put with my little girl Jana, and she puts it always for me. I like Spirit Bird is another song of Xavier Rud that I put it like a mantra after each program that I deliver with workshops. And movie, oh, it depends of the author very much, and it depends of the moment as well. Which one has impacted me? I don't know which one to choose. I don't know which one to choose. The truth is like this. I like different authors. I like different directors. I like Tarantino. I like there's so many. The one of El Padrino was a very good one that impacted me at that time. I don't know which one to choose exactly, Lion. It's like a difficult one for me, this one, yeah.
It's
But I
fine.
like
It's fine.
watching movies. Lately, I'm watching lots of movies that are with the kids.
Fine. Okay. So my last three are reflective ones. What legacy would you like to leave behind?
I would love to. So the project continues. And the project had what we're doing, this community work that impacts NGOs for a better cause and so that they can get money for their causes. That would be one thing. I would like to be able, which is not easy, to train about our methodology, that we realize that what we are doing, the way of training and taking the music and the dynamics that we do and how the dynamics are set is a known methodology. I would like to train people so that they keep on music training lab forward and they can keep on applying this self-development and corporate development approach because at the end is creating a better world. Is like feeling your own rhythm that is coherent with yourself and values, proper values. And that would be my legacy. If we could create that through our company, so it just doesn't die off and it disappeared, and keep on impacting, I think, people that to find their own rhythm. Many people think that they don't have rhythm, that they are rhythmic, that they don't know, that music is not for them. We've been too educated, so if you are good in music, you can be a musician. If you're not good at painting, you can't be an artist. All this is nonsense. We need to if we could leave something that is like that non-judgmental mind in people with each of our actions, that is a big thing. That is an impact when you finish a program and someone comes and says, "From now on, I will believe that I have rhythm." It's like wow. Or from now on, I will dance. From now on, I will my creative mindset has changed. That is a way of legacy as well that will impact from then. You never know how you're gonna impact and who is watching or who is which is the real insight. So, but my legacy would be if we could create a foundation that would move on to create social work. I would love that.
Wow. Since this is a Christmas special episode, what message would you like to give to our viewers out there?
What?
What message, since this is we're celebrating Christmas with you in this special episode of the Coffee Con Show, what
Thank you.
message would you like to give to our viewers out there?
I would like to say Happy Christmas to everybody, and I would like to them to keep on breathing, to be aware of each moment and find and enjoy your own rhythm because each one of us is special, is authentic and unique. So that uniqueness has to be shown to the world as you are. Hmm.
Wow. So my last one, again a googly one. Describe Oliver in one line.
In one word,
One word, one line. Whatever you want to
in
pick
one
up.
line, Oliver is rhythm. Oliver is rhythm. It's like and rhythm is all that we
Yes.
said.
So
Yes.
let's put in a hot seat. Drums or silence?
Drums or silence? Silence.
One word, how rhythm feels.
One word, how rhythm feels. Rhythm feels tickly.
Wow. A rhythm instrument that defines your personality.
Djembe, the drum.
Wow. One global stage you dream of performing or speaking on.
Hmm. One global stage I would like to perform. I would like to perform in New York.
Wow, beautiful. What's your beat mantra for life in one sentence?
How can I serve?
Beautiful. Your go-to comfort food.
My food would be. Whoa, one. I like so much food. It's very difficult for me. I love a lot of food. It's very difficult. Now I would have a nice vegetable mixed salad, like with lots of different things.
Wow. Your favorite color.
Blue.
Best piece of advice received.
Best
Piece of advice received.
piece of be yourself.
Wow. Your favorite international cuisine.
Ooh. Now I don't know why now came to my mind tacos with
How
spices. I
interesting.
like very much spices as well.
Wow. Tea or coffee to recharge?
Coffee.
You're the coffee show.
Coffee, yeah, we'll have to come and do it. Nice.
So you did well, and here's a book. So,
Yes.
as we wrap this vibrant episode, one thing is clear: rhythm isn't just music, it's a mindset. Oliver reminded us that when individuals and team learn to tune in to their inner beat, everything shifts. Performance rises, creativity unlocks, and connection becomes effortless. From
Mhm.
neuroscience to mindfulness, from boardrooms to barefoot workshops, Oliver showed us that future of leadership won't be built on presentations alone. It will be built on presence, and rhythm is the bridge. To everyone
Yes.
watching, whether you're leading a team, building a dream, or navigating your own journey, take a moment, breathe, and find your rhythm. Because once you do, every challenge becomes choreography and every milestone becomes music. Thank you, Oliver, for bringing your energy, wisdom, and unmistakable rhythm to the coffee table during this special episode of Christmas. So, until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and keep the beat going. So, like that, there are 800 plus coffee speakers who have shared their professional personal journey insights. Subscribe, implement those insights, and see the change. And we meet with another coffee speaker or a cup of coffee. So, take care. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the invitation, Lion. It's been a super pleasure being here. I really enjoy the coffee table and being with you and making me think. So thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you.